Hi, Gordy hopping with BlueCat, and I want to talk to you about hearing your script out loud. This seems sort of obvious sometimes because obviously, the dialogue's going to be read out loud by actors eventually when they're on screen. But I just had a table reading of someone I know went to the table reading. Wasn't a table reading, but the process, it just reminded me again, coming out of sort of the last few years, it reminded me of how important it is to have a table reading, how important it is to have your script read out loud. Well, why is that? Well, obviously there's simple things like you want to learn like how the dialogue is sounding. You want to you want other people. You can also, around the table, you also obviously get immediate feedback to the script, but they also hear the dialogue. But it's really important because the dialogue, as you're hearing it in your head, it feels a different way. But when you actually have actors start to reach out or speak the dialogue, my cat is here, and then you get back out of the cat thing, you really learn. You're like, oh my God, this is so slow and boring. Like, oh, that wasn't funny. I thought that was a really funny joke and no one laughed. It's really obvious, like they have table readings for like comedy and stuff because they're reading the laughter. But even in any genre, it's important to have a table reading. There's other things like pacing. Seeing that your dialogue might be good, but it's too long. The point of the scene might have already run its course, but it keeps going. And you realize, it's like, wow, I need to cut that scene. You have someone read the action description. You're like, God, that isn't clear. I don't even know what I'm describing there. And you learn, you might not see it when you hear it in your head as you're reading it and as you're reviewing it. But having a table reading, it's like a bucket of cold water. It's a real place to stop and be like, okay, where am I at with this? I would not run out and have your script, your first or second draft, go on and be read, immediately. You'll know when you need to. But a lot of people are like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I don't know why they wouldn't. Because eventually it's going to get to rehearsal, or hopefully, fortunately, they'll have rehearsal and maybe beyond, but you're going to go all the way to shooting it without anyone ever reading it out loud, except maybe in an audition or an actor's head. It's like, no. You want to develop it. You always want to have a table reading. You want to have lots of table reading. Those traditions, they're long rooted in the theater, the idea of workshop. But in the studio system, that was not a culture that was ever created. You have to create that culture. You have to say, I need to workshop my script. And for all of these great reasons, you get that immediate reaction. You see all these things that are working, not working. That's what's great. Sometimes you see, it's like, wow, that scene really does work. That one really doesn't. So it's really important. How do you do that? Super easy. You get all your friends, ask people, put out thing. You don't have to pay anybody. Just put someplace, find someplace, just little elbow grease. Don't worry. Get people around the table, have the experience, learn from it. You'll learn how to do a table reading. And then you can do another one and you'll be like, well, maybe that actor I want to have back. That one maybe for something else, So anyways, but overall, it's super important. I think it's often lost, and I think it's very pertinent that people think about having their scripts read out loud in the development process.